form of revision. Then we compiled and we put the worksheets together and uploaded them on our learning management system for the students to download and to fill in, and then we could discuss them in class. The result was, as you can imagine, they didn't do it. So they would come to class, to a revision class, and they hadn't done their revision, and so we would just have...
We are the #1 university in India against Scopus index to publication. We follow all cutting-edge technological tools in our university, and we have visiting professors from almost all over the world, because it's my proud to represent my university here. Okay. What are the challenges in today's classroom, irrespective of any part of the world, as Patricia is also talking about it? Because when you go there, the digital natives will say that, no, I don't have a time to, sit in your class. Why should I? Google can tell me anything better than you. So that's the first problem is students' expectation is really going very higher. And to be honest, we have to not only update, we have to be constantly keep on learning, and we have to meet up the expectation of the student, because there are two different things. Even though you are updated on your knowledge, but the student don't like it, what is the use of it? So the best thing, you should understand the basic requirement of your students. Related to that, you have to update and you have to, then only you will be an ED teacher. Second thing, you know very well the advent of internet and technology, they can learn anything. See, when you say, I'm English professor, when I teach something, within a matter of 5 minutes, he will tell me the complete animated picture of how can you use the grammar and verbs and everything, and they will give me the Google Drive, and a YouTube video. So
we are looking at the very nature of the rightness or the wrongness of a specific action. So we ask questions like, what makes an action morally right or morally acceptable, and many other things. Okay, so what I would like to do here is to show that when we talk about homosexuality, okay, we can actually understand this in the field of meta-ethics. So in that regard, this paper will not lean toward the direction of...
To read the abstract of my research so that you will have an idea, okay, of what it is all about, because I prepared about 20 slides, and I hope that I will be able to present everything. So, and I will read to you the summary of this. This study actually probes the intrinsic and extrinsic types of motivation of Japanese university students and sheds light on their mindset and beliefs about learning English, grammar, and reading. So during 2016, that was last year, I did a survey and for about 260 students at the University of Tohoku, and most of them were actually...
If they don't open mind for the in the cultural stuff, or they don't know their culture or something like that, it's going to be difficult to understand student culture identity. And according to this research, I'm going to give my feedback back to my student, and then we have to understand what they are. Then revise curriculum. I'm going to put my research in my curriculum and also the textbook. And the method.
The practice of stereotyping and classifying the other as backward, gloomy are clearly visible in the writing which depicts the making of imperial meetings. So I would not describe the meaning of the gaze, degradation and all. I'll go directly to the account of the travelers very briefly. Ralph Fiennes, the first Englishman to travel Assam, can be considered as the pioneer of the English traveler in India. His alone journey to the eastern provinces. He wrote a very valuable account of
the literatures and even scholars of foreign policies. They believe that there is this kind of image question, mostly in African countries. So I have to do a research that, okay, why is it that Nigeria normally have, used to have a negative image as acclaimed by this Western country, mostly Western country. So and also the promotion of citizens' welfare, and securing their liberty is an incontrovertible project in any country. I'm talking about two key variables here. We're talking about the citizen diplomacy, I'm talking about the Nigerian project. And the aspect of Nigerian projects that research look at is on image. How can we build, or how can we restructure the image or rebuild the image of the country, because according to literature, many people believe that Nigeria has negative image.
Has ownerships and tourism development, which in turn increase local socio-economic development. This is a homestay. It's really clear from the concept that homestay is paying guests to stay at maybe rural areas and share the daily life of farmers. It's this concept, or I should say, the homestay is established in the late 1917, and it's mainly practiced in major cities of European countries like Italy, UK, and Germany, and then in Australia and New Zealand, the educational form of homestay is practiced more. And I should say nowadays, rural homestay, which is a specific point in my interest, I mean my study interest, is more practiced in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Caribbean countries. And nowadays, Malaysia is #1. However, homestay is supposed to offer very affordable accommodation service and provides additional source of income for local groups, ensure the preservation of environment, and guarantee the cultural, social sustainability of the region.
This context, I interview the spirit mediator, male and female. Male we call Mamuan, and male we index Guru Father, and synthesize summarize during we collect data and interpretation
with indigenous people. They live on the territory of the free port of Vladivostok, and the existing state and regional policy doesn't take into account their interests. Moreover, their interests and rights are the object of constant violation on the part of local authorities.
Which the availability of money influence for the impulse decision of the consumers in different cultures when they go in shopping with another shopping companion.
Feel is quite rare, so it motivates me to do this research. To measure the relative efficiency of aviation industry in Asian Pacific region and identify
the factor nature revenue and gross profit. We use window model analysis in model window and matrix so that it cannot give much more detail in comparison, and that the next research will until 9 more model in order to find different performance.
Secondly, although the governance of universities is built on the Commonwealth model, it has missed some of the modern developments which are considered and included in this model. That is, there is no normative funding system for public universities in Sri Lanka. Instead, recurrent funding among individual universities is largely based on historical levels, and capital funding is based on negotiations between individual institutions.
Any kind of digital platform, huge access to things like big data and open source at pretty much any scale. In the classroom for us, that means teachers doing things like telling stories with maps, using inquiries, doing something called smart mapping, and a little bit of something that I might get a chance to just show you, using something like sticky data, which means that you can actually just take data from any kind of spreadsheet, throw it at a map in a digital environment, and it will capture it.
Of academic audit and accreditation process. Number 1, quality enhancement in the colleges and university, achievements of desired goals, continuous internal evaluation, and a better implementation of policy.
I want you to do it in this order. What is the first thing we need to do? Read the textbook, right? Not that they're going to do it, okay? Then read the following summary. They'll do that. And then review the following terms, okay? They're going to run through that. Then you get to participate in the second course discussion, complete the next quiz. Then read these pages 1 through 50 in this book. After reading the assigned pages, blah, 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 then you do this.
I want to say that reading is an effective habit in developing characteristics of successful school principals. As I mentioned earlier, lexical growth and better communication and all what I've mentioned, all these are good characteristics for school leadership improvement.
Current problem-solving models or most used models in teaching. Introducing the context through formal presentation is the most common modality, which means the traditional style of teaching still prevails in current mathematics teaching in the Philippines.
Key topic, we call it connected science. What we call connected science. The NGSS is not talking about simply teaching science to students. It's make students doing science. So connecting with scientists, with communities, with organizations, bring real-time practice into schools.
Okay, there is no significant difference between the English major and the math major. There is a significant difference between the math major and the bioscience major. And there is a high significant difference between the English major and math major.
To conceptualize the study based on an existing data. So I had to see what data I have and then try to conceptualize from there so I can have a paper for that class. Explore another model for this paper. So that's the first. Try to also explore mixed methods design for this study. That's all. Thank you.
To make their own comics. Well, the surprise was that we have to go to review the plan and to get into another cycle.
The data information from students that I interview suggests that the application deadline should be extended. The publication channel should be increased. The standard of testing site should be at the same level. The examination site should be in air-conditioned school. And I use some suggestions from students to the NITS for improve their works.
Sharing, so the paradigm shift consists of knowledge chunks and learning, teaching elements with a short time frame for creation and consumption, and they are correlated, there are links between those chunks, and it's a kind of self-organized learning and self-organized teaching.
In the Ministry of Education in Taiwan, they set up one platform for students to search for their students' interest. So we can find the student if they are interested in the courses in the beginning of the semester. So of course, both categories have accepted that. Now it has it has integrated the theory as well as practice, and also they identified the positive contribution of some subjects. And also the strong emphasis on the teaching practice component.
Name only one or two speakers will be international, all people local. And this is a really wonderful conference. You know, we had a wonderful speakers right from morning. I listened to a lot of guys. Not only in one particular thing, right from history, tourism, artifact, and everything. It was wonderful and really, I didn't know that. This is the first time I'm coming as a keynote speaker. Really, GRDS, you are doing a wonderful job, and you have very quality speakers, and you people really did well. Thank you very much for having this wonderful opportunity. And one small thing, a lot of people you have asked me my mail ID, just rscurrent2003. Just you can make a note of it, because we didn't have time to interact much. rscurrent2003@gmail.com. You can mail me, and I can interact with you. Thank you very much.
As the Scottish name. And otherwise I couldn't be able to attend this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.